You're still here. Good. That means the part of you that's been guarding the cage is getting tired, and the part that wants to be free is finally winning. Today we finish the job. I'm not going to give you another gentle pep talk that evaporates the second the music fades. I'm going to hand you a flamethrower and walk you, step by step, through the 9 lies you are currently using to sentence by sentence to murder your own future. We are going to burn them so completely that even the smoke will be ashamed it ever existed. The Stoics didn't beat procrastination with cute apps, sunrise routines, or vision boards. They beat it while staring straight into the mouth of death, slavery, exile, plague, and betrayal. Marcus Aurelius wrote his private journal while the stench of burning plague corpses drifted through his military camp. Seneca wrote his deepest letters on tranquility the same week Nero sent soldiers to watch him bleed out in a bathtub. Epictetus built an indestructible mind while limping on a leg his master had twisted and snapped for sport. These men had zero bandwidth for, "I'll start when I feel like it." And after the next 40 minutes, neither will you. Let's go to war. Lie number 1. I just need more time. The right timing, better circumstances. This is the king of all excuses because it sounds so reasonable, so adult, so patient. You say things like, as soon as the kids are older, as soon as I switch jobs, as soon as I pay off the credit cards, as soon as I have 6 months of runway, then I'll finally go all in. Let me destroy that fantasy with cold, hard reality. Marcus Aurelius became emperor at age 40, inherited multiple simultaneous wars, a deadly pandemic that killed millions, including half his children, a co-emperor who tried to assassinate him, and still, every single morning and every night, he sat down and wrote meditations by the light of a single oil lamp in a tent that smelled of death. He did not have more hours than you. He had zero tolerance for the luxury of self-pity. You have 168 hours this week. The average person spends 56 hours sleeping, 50 hours working for someone else, 40 hours scrolling, streaming, quick checking messages that turn into entire lost evenings. That still leaves 50 hours completely unaccounted for. That's a second full-time job you are currently handing to TikTok, group chats, Reddit, and Netflix just to unwind. If a doctor walked in right now and said, "You have exactly 365 days left," you would not lack time. You would suddenly become allergic to every single thing that does not move the needle. You already have more than 365 days. Start acting like the clock is ticking because it is. Lie number 2. That's just not who I am. I've never been that kind of person. Every single time you open your mouth and say, "I've never been a morning person. I'm not disciplined. I'm bad with money. I'm too shy, too chaotic, too old, too whatever," you are taking yesterday's temporary behavior and turning it into tomorrow's permanent prison. You are not a statue. You are clay that hardens into whatever shape you keep pressing it into. Epictetus was literally born a slave. His master broke his leg on purpose, just to see if he would scream. Epictetus didn't scream. Instead, he said calmly, "You will break my leg." When it snapped, he added, "Did I not tell you that you would break it?" That man refused to let the worst external circumstances define his internal identity. Identity is not discovered on a personality test. It is forged in the furnace of repeated decisions. Do one disciplined thing today. Tomorrow you are a person who did a disciplined thing. Do it again tomorrow. You now have a streak. Do it for 100 days. Your brain has no choice but to rewrite the entire operating system and label you a disciplined person. Stop saying "I am" about anything you no longer choose to be. Start saying "I am becoming," and then create undeniable evidence. Lie number 3. I'm waiting for motivation, inspiration, the right mood. Let's bury this lie once and for all. Motivation is the most overrated, overhyped, misunderstood force in the entire self-help industry. Billions of dollars are made every year selling the fantasy that if you just find the right playlist, the right quote, the right pre-workout, the right sunrise alarm clock, Then finally, you'll feel that magical surge and everything will flow. It's a lie. A seductive, comforting, multi-billion-dollar lie. Waiting for motivation is exactly like standing on a freezing beach in January, staring at the North Atlantic, arms crossed, teeth chattering, saying, "I'll jump in as soon as the water feels warm." You will die on that shore clutching your towel, still dry, still safe, still dead inside. The Stoics knew this 2,000 years before anyone invented a vision board. They deliberately practiced premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, and voluntary discomfort every single day. Marcus Aurelius slept on the ground next to his soldiers. Seneca ate only dry bread and water for weeks at a time. Musonius Rufus walked barefoot in snow. Epictetus wore the same ragged cloak year-round, summer and winter. They took ice-cold baths when hot water was available. They fasted when feasts were offered, not because they hated themselves, not because they were masochists, but because they wanted to send an unbreakable message to their own minds and bodies. No feeling, no weather, no circumstance will ever own me again. They trained themselves to act excellently even when, especially when, they felt like absolute garbage. They proved day after day that the human spirit can move mountains while the body is shivering, tired, hungry, and screaming to stay in bed. Here is the secret no guru will ever print on a $49 hoodie. The feeling you are waiting for only shows up after you begin. Never, ever, ever before. Not once in recorded history has motivation arrived first, and then action followed. It is always, always, always the other way around. You don't feel like writing, open the blank page and type one terrible, clunky, embarrassing sentence. Suddenly the next paragraph appears, then the next. And 90 minutes later you look up and 200 words are staring back at you. You don't feel like training. Put on your shoes and step outside anyway. The first kilometer sucks. Mile 2 feels electric. Mile 3 you're grinning like a lunatic because endorphins finally showed up to the party, but only because you started without them. You don't feel like making the scary sales call. You dial anyway. Your heart is pounding. The second the person answers, adrenaline flips from fear into rocket fuel, and you deliver the best pitch of your life. You don't feel like cleaning the house. You set a 5-minute timer and pick up 5 things. 20 minutes later, the entire room is spotless and you feel like a god. Action is the ignition switch for every single positive emotion you mistakenly believe you need in order to act. Confidence comes after the first rep. Clarity comes after the first paragraph. Courage comes the moment you hit publish or send. Inspiration shows up around minute 17 of doing the thing you swore you had zero inspiration for. The muse is not a goddess who descends from Olympus when conditions are perfect. The muse is a stray dog that only follows you home if you start walking first. Every great writer, athlete, entrepreneur, artist, parent, leader, and human being you admire has this in common. They learned to move when they felt like trash. They built empires on days they wanted to burn the entire thing down. They shipped masterpieces on mornings they woke up depressed. Stop waiting for the spark. Become the spark. Strike the match with your own shaking hands, even when everything inside you is screaming to stay warm and safe. Because the second you do, the fire starts, and the warmth you were waiting for finally arrives. But only because you stopped waiting. Motivation is not the prerequisite for action. Action is the prerequisite for motivation. Act first. Feel later. Win forever. Lie than before. What if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if people laugh or judge me? Then congratulations. You will officially be alive. The pain of embarrassment lasts 48-72 hours maximum. The pain of regret compounds daily for the rest of your life and follows you into the grave. Every single person you admire has a hard drive full of deleted failures, cringe first attempts, and public faceplants they never post about. Marcus reminded himself every morning. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain about if I'm going to do what I was born for? the things I was brought into the world to do. Your job as a human being is to try, fall down 7 times, get up 8, and leave scars that prove you were here. Post the messy video, launch the half-finished product, send the terrifying cold email, ask the person out, publish the article with typos. The world does not remember the perfect. The world remembers the brave. Lie them at 5. I already know all of this. I just need to do it. No, you do not know it. You are intellectually familiar with it. There is a Grand Canyon wider than the Pacific Ocean between head knowledge and embodied, lived, scarred, calloused knowledge. You can quote Meditations, Atomic Habits, Can't Hurt Me, The War of Art, Deep Work, and every Jocko podcast verbatim, and still be in the exact same apartment, job, body and bank account, and relationship you were in 5 years ago. Information without implementation is not wisdom. It is expensive trivia for people who want to feel smart instead of becoming powerful. The graveyard is full of brilliant minds who died with 47 half-finished courses, 200 highlighted books, and 0 shipped work. Pick the single highest leverage action you already know you should be doing. Not 5 things, 1 thing. Block 4 uninterrupted hours today and do nothing else until something is shipped, sent, posted, launched, or started. No new tabs, no new podcasts, no new quick research. Execute the thing that's been sitting on your shelf gathering dust while you gathered more dust. Lie number 6. It's too late. I've wasted too many years already. This is the nuclear weapon of all excuses. It doesn't just paralyze you. It dresses the paralysis up as wisdom, maturity, and noble resignation. You say it softly, almost proudly. I wish I'd started earlier, but at my age, what's the point? That sentence feels so irreversible, so final, so realistic, that most people never question it. They carry it to their deathbed like a medal of honor for giving up. Let me detonate that lie with cold, undeniable reality. Colonel Harland Sanders was 65 years old, living off a £100 social security check, driving a beat-up car with failing brakes, when he started franchising Kentucky Fried Chicken. He'd been fired from dozens of jobs, his restaurant had burned down, and he'd failed at everything from law to insurance to ferry boats. Today, his face is on buckets in 150 countries. Stan Lee was 39, drowning in debt, and had spent 2 decades writing filler comics nobody read. His wife told him, "For once, write something you actually like instead of what you think will sell." He created Spider-Man in 1 afternoon. That late decision built a $70 billion empire. Toni Morrison was a 40-year-old single mother and editor who woke up at 4 a.m. before work to write. Her first novel, The Bluest Eye, was rejected everywhere. She kept going. She won the Nobel Prize at 62. Raymond Chandler was 51, unemployed, alcoholic, and had never written fiction in his life when he decided to try detective stories. His first novel, The Big Sleep, is now considered one of the greatest American novels ever written. Julia Child was 50 years old, had 0 culinary training, and spoke broken French when she published Mastering the Art of French Cooking. It revolutionized American home cooking. Vera Wang was a figure skating champion turned Vogue editor who was passed over for editor-in-chief at 39. At 40, she designed her first wedding dress because she couldn't find one she liked for her own late marriage. Today, her brand is worth over $1 billion. Sam Walton was 44, had one failing variety store in Arkansas, and was laughed out of every bank when he pitched the discount superstore idea. He opened the first Walmart anyway. Walmart is now the largest company on earth. Morgan Freeman got his first major film role at 50. Laura Ingalls Wilder published Little House in the Big Woods at 65. Grandma Moses started painting seriously at 78 because arthritis made embroidery too painful. Peter Rodgett published his first thesaurus at 73. Goethe finished Faust at 82. According to MIT and US Census Bureau research, The average age of founders of America's fastest-growing new companies is 45. Twice as many successful founders are over 50 as under 25. Your 20s are an apprenticeship. Your 30s are an earning phase where you learn what actually works. Your 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond are when you dominate, because now you have something no 25-year-old can fake: scar tissue, pattern recognition, emotional regulation, capital, financial, social and psychological, and the ability to delay gratification for decades instead of days. Every single year you spend mourning lost time is another year you guarantee is actually lost. The past is a cancelled check. You can't cash it again. Today is cash in hand. Tomorrow is a promissory note that may never be honored. Regret is interest paid on a debt you no longer owe. Stop paying it. The most dangerous part of this lie is that it robs you twice. First, it steals all the years you already lived by labeling them wasted. Second, it steals all the years you have left by convincing you they're already spoken for. Imagine standing at your own funeral and hearing the eulogy. He had so much potential, but it just wasn't the right time. Does that sentence make you want to throw up? Good. Use that nausea as fuel. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to begin the most explosive chapter of your life, with wisdom, resources and perspective that your younger self could only dream of. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now, while the soil is still warm and your hands still work. It is never too late to become the person you were capable of becoming all along. It is only too late when you decide it is. So decide differently, right now. Because the clock is not your enemy, your story about the clock is. Spend today's cash like a billionaire who knows exactly one day left to live. Because in a way you do. Lie number 7. I'm too busy. My life is insane right now. Busy is the modern word for enslaved. Track every minute of your time for the next 7 days with an app like Rescue Time or Toggle. Then come back and try to tell me with a straight face that you couldn't have written a book, built a body, or started a company with the 30-50 hours you handed to social media, group chats, fantasy football, and quick Netflix episodes that became entire lost weekends. Seneca, one of the richest, most powerful, and literally busiest men in the Roman Empire, wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long if you know how to use it." Your calendar is not full. It is filled with noise you are too afraid to delete, because silence would force you to face the thing you're avoiding. Delete, delegate, or destroy 80% of your commitments this week. Your future self is on their knees begging you to do it. Lie number 8. I'll be happy, at peace, proud when. The single most toxic sentence in human language is, I'll be happy when I make 6 figures, when I lose the weight, when I find the one, when the kids move out, when they finally apologize. Happiness is not a destination. It is the fragrance produced when your daily actions are in harmony with your deepest values. Zeno of Citium lost every single penny he had in a shipwreck, stood on the dock watching his cargo sink and said, "Fortune, you have done me a favor, now I can pursue philosophy unencumbered." He turned total external loss into the founding moment of Stoicism. Stop postponing joy until conditions are perfect. Start living in accordance with who you most respect today, under these exact conditions, and peace will stalk you like a shadow you can't outrun. Lie number 9. Someone else will save, notice, choose, fix me. Nobody is coming. No boss will suddenly discover your genius and promote you. No client will beg on their knees for your service. No lover will heal the holes you refuse to patch yourself. No parent will ever say the magic sentence that makes the past disappear. Epictetus. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? You are the prisoner, the jailer, and the key, all 3 at once. The door was never locked. You just convinced yourself it was so you wouldn't have to walk through it and face the responsibility of freedom. Stop waiting for permission that was never required. Start declaring what you will do in the next hour. This is the moment everything actually changes. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not when Mercury is out of retrograde. Right now, while your heart is pounding from these words. Do these 9 non-negotiable steps before you even think about closing this tab. 1. Pause the video right now. Open Notes, Notion, Apple Notes, or tear out a physical piece of paper. Write the one thing you have been avoiding longer than anything else in your life. Make it stupidly, painfully specific. Example, finish and publish the landing page by 11:59 p.m. tonight, or record and post the first 60-second reel introducing my offer before I go to bed. 2. Underneath it, write in giant screaming capital letters, no more excuses, no new information, no new research. I do this today, even if it kills the old me. 3. Set a 29-minute timer, 1 minute for each year. I want you to outlive your excuses. Start the first physical action the second the timer begins. No setting up the workspace. No quick reply to this message. Action only. 4. When the timer ends, come back here and comment the exact thing you shipped, posted, sent, or started. Not what you plan to do, what you did. Let 10,000 strangers witness your declaration of war on mediocrity. 5. Screenshot your finished work, your timer, or your sent email and post it publicly. Instagram story, X, LinkedIn, TikTok, wherever your people are. Tag me if you want. I will repost every single one that actually shipped. 6. Send this video right now to the one person whose potential is suffocating exactly like yours was 40 minutes ago. Text them. Watch the entire thing and do every single step. I just did. Your move. 7. Hit the like button as a contract with yourself that you are done negotiating with average. 8. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because every week we come back here to kill another layer of resistance until there is nothing left but the person you were born to become. 9. Close every other tab. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and go finish the thing you just declared in step 1 right now.